All right, folks, we're live on the live stream. This is a special impromptu live stream that I just planned today. It wasn't in the books, but I've been working on a few different videos all at the same time, and I'm a little bit backlogged. And so I'm trying to get some content out on this weekend. So I figured I should probably I'll do a live stream so we could talk. It's been a while since I think that we've all just kind of talked without like an interview guest. Most of if you're new to this channel, my name's the Urban Prepper Cliff. Reside in the Seattle area, focus on emergency preparedness topics. And a lot of the times when I do these live stream videos, it's more of an interview of a special guest, other content creators or experts in certain emergency preparedness fields. For this particular video, I thought it'd be fun. I haven't done one of these since last summer when I was down in Sun River, Oregon, but just nothing planned. We're not interviewing anyone. We're just going to talk with the folks that are in the chat room. So special thanks to anyone that is in the chat room. I'm going to just do rapid fire Q&A. Feel free to ask me anything that you want. I may or may not answer it. I'm going to try to answer as best I can. But if it's something that might get me in a little trouble, I'll probably have some vague answer for it. So I thought that a lot of the questions might be preparedness related, but I'm willing to try. You could feel free to ask whatever you want. So hope everyone's doing well with a lot of crazy times that we're in right now. So but it's definitely the last year, and 2020 was the year of the prepper, and the year of the prepper is continuing on in 2022. That's for sure. So, and we got Bernie behind the scenes. He's doing crowd control. So everything's in place for a fun stream. This is going to be a semi-short one. I think we'll probably just go 30-40 minutes of rapid fire Q&A. So let's get going. So thanks for everyone that's here. Let me just kind of see who's all here. We got Denise. So welcome, Denise, to the live stream. Good to see you. I saw some questions were already coming in from a few different folks. I would like to hear ideas on getting a local community together. Yeah, I'd like to get some ideas too on that, because it's hard to get people all in the same place at the same time. So, but I should probably organize some kind of Northwest chapter preparedness type group. But I think the best way of doing it is like how we do things here and on Discord and through emails and just growing it over time. It probably takes a little bit of time to get it going, but once word of mouth starts going around, you can start forming your mags. So. Here's rapid fire from Veronica. Hey, Veronica, thanks for coming. Did you ever do a video on how to power a fan in the summer off grid? I thought you did at one point. I can't locate it. I don't have a specific video on that, but I would probably recommend using something like an energy solar bank and using some of the 100-watt solar panels on there to keep that fan charged. I haven't done any specific testing on that myself. It kind of depends on the fan size, but I think that if it's in the summertime, I would try to rely on solar if you can for that, and use a battery bank. And then when you don't need the fan, you could use, assuming that it's you said off grid. Okay, off grid. You probably want to use solar then, and if you could charge up something with a generator at night or something like that, that could also work. So. Cool. Carrie, good to see a Canadian here. Looking forward to I didn't know that you're from Canada, Carrie. You've been in so many chats, and this is the first time I think you've disclosed your location. So looks like folks are talking about where they're at. Let's see. Just put my son to bed before we get started. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to be we have a few different events planned with the kids. I'm going to be picking up my daughter from an appointment, and then my son has Boy Scouts coming up later tonight. And I'm doing another live stream with Cascadia Dispatch for Prep Talk Live, and that's going to be happening at 5:30 Pacific time. So. Must know more about Fannypacks. Yeah, Fannypacks. I did a video for an ode to the Fannypack Van City Prepper. Van City Prepper. We should have you on the live stream too, because that'd be a blast. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Fannypacks. I usually have one around me somewhere. So yeah, so always have a fanny pack nearby. And I used to hate fanny packs because I thought they were dorky looking, but after everything happened with COVID, people were wearing masks and all sorts of contraptions. I started noticing the fanny pack started making a comeback, and now the fanny pack, people could care less if you're wearing a fanny pack, and there's other things that people are wearing that are much more odd. So I think it's a pretty convenient way of storing your EDC on occasion. So now I still prefer my pockets, but now I no longer shy away from the fanny pack. So. This one's Fan City Prepper. How many liters is the smallest fanny pack for EDC? I don't know about liters. This is the Dendrite small that I have here. The Mountain Smith makes a pretty small one. It's the one that Nut and Fancy uses, and it's a pretty slim size. But I've seen them as thin as like for joggers and stuff, where it just basically is for keys and maybe your phone. They make them pretty small nowadays. So. This is from Prepper Book Club. I don't fanny pack anymore. It's an urban bag. Okay, there you go. Here's a question from Denise. Did you buy the Skynet T1000 outfit? And where can we see the pics? That's from Instagram, where we were at the mall, and some of the mannequins, they look like the T1000 from Terminator, where it's the liquid metal. And I took a photo with there. And that's what that's about. So no, I didn't buy the Skynet T1000. It was too expensive, but it's definitely a good model. So let's see. There's some general questions here. I'm going to try to go with more of the questions. This one is from Doc Michael. So Doc Michael, when you upgrade products, what's the best way to sell your previous generation of items? I know a lot of people use eBay for this, or OfferUp if it's for a heavier item. If it's a heavier item, I like using OfferUp because it's actually pretty quick, especially if it's something that's valuable and people want. I get rid of it within a couple days, it seems like, if not the day of that I post it, if it's for a reasonable price. I think eBay is another good way of doing it. And then I think it's also good to give away products to help, if you're helping encourage other people to get into prepping. I as a content creator, you get a lot of products from companies, and I try to give those out to local family and friends and people, other fellow preppers, to help expand, like on their bug out bags or their home prep. So if you're trying to make money, do eBay or OfferUp. If you're just trying to give them away, you said sell. So yeah, that's what I recommend. So here's another one from Doc Michael. Do you cover your preps with insurance, like renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, and do you have any list? I don't have them specifically listed for like our homeowner's insurance. We kind of have a blanket type policy, so which covers a certain amount, so I could rebuy them if need be. So I'm trying to think if there's anything that's specific. No, I think if I had like a bug out vehicle, that might be a different one that falls under insurance, but it's just all under a blanket one. So ham radio, we got to get this scheduled. Let me have my people talk to your people. We'll get that going. So for sure, it's good to see you in the chat room. That's for sure. And a lot of people are saying hi too. It looks like you need that Cobra Kai t-shirt. Yeah, you could get that Cobra Kai t-shirt on Amazon. We're a big Cobra Kai family. My daughter is in jiu-jitsu right now, and she says a lot of Cobra Kai sayings like fear does not exist in this dojo. Defeat does not exist in this dojo. She got that all from Cobra Kai. So hopefully she doesn't turn into a villain. But we're trying to have her be able to defend herself if need be. And so we're trying to start the training now. I wish I would have done that. Ask him anything. He's such a teaser. Yeah, you could ask me anything. I may or may not answer it. So, and that's as the Apex Prepper said. Yes. Thanks for the folks that are just jumping in right now. This is a live Q&A with no agenda, no interview. It's just going through the chat room, answering questions, and saying hi to a lot of various folks. So I just wanted to chat with some folks. Okay, Urban Prepper, what is his favorite, Hispanic food or American food? That's a good question. I'm half Puerto Rican, as you probably could tell. No. So on my father's side, I learned a lot of my grandma's Puerto Rican recipes. I know the Alaska Prepper is a fellow Puerto Rican as well. There's a lot of Puerto Rican preps that I include in our pantry, like for gandules and different recipes. Arroz con gandules, and I have a freezer full of pasteles that I could use if need be. But my favorite, I do the Hispanic food more on a special occasion now. I don't eat it daily. Although I could go back to that if I needed to. When my grandmother was alive, we had rice and beans every day, and we had arroz con gandules every day, and we had bistec and some of the other things. But right now, I mainly do American food because there's a lot of different. It's kind of hard to define cuisines now because in America we have so many different types of. We just eat all the cuisines, and there's awesome chefs all over the place. But if it's a special occasion, or I'll do the Hispanic food, and I think. If I had to have like my death row meal, I think I'd probably pick a Hispanic food over like an American cuisine. So hopefully I don't go on death row anytime soon. So I'm in. Let's talk prepping. Nancy, let's do it. Let's talk prepping. Doc Michael coming in hot with the questions. Okay, here we go. When you upgrade products, what's the best way to sell your previous? Yeah, okay, yeah, we went through that one. Okay. Let's see. What this is from Harry Worth. Why are you so sexy? Well, I have to thank my mom for that. I was passed down decent genes with the sexiness. So I'm gonna have to thank both my parents and my lineage on that. I've also tried to keep a consistent look. So maybe the sexiness wasn't good initially, but it grew on people. So I always try to wear the hat and have the glasses and some kind of facial hair. It's good to see you, Harry, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. And that's been the best question so far. So, and the Prepper Agenda agrees, I think. So we got Mick. Good to see you, Mick, for all the way from the UK. So it's probably getting pretty late over there right now. Yeah, as the Apex Prepper said, it is easier for me to see questions that are in all caps. So I think that's something that we got from Brad from Full Spectrum Survival, and it definitely helps out. When does World War III kick off? I hope it never does. I don't have a prediction. The Canadian Prepper's been putting out a lot of, he guys has a lot of good inside tips and stuff. It seems like we're always on the verge, and maybe we're already in World War III and we don't know it yet. It's a silent war, but I hope that it never does, and I hope that I live in the United States. I hope that we never see any of our, soldiers and stuff having to do stuff. But that's why we prep, though, is for these type of things, and war is one of them. So, how's your canning coming? Yeah, the last canning I did was on some chili. I was in a chili competition, and I think I got probably second place. It's fair to say it's kind of an open division, but that was the last thing that I canned. Two of the jars didn't make it through the can for whatever reason. The seals popped on them. So, but all in all, it was pretty good. It was awesome chili. It was the Boilermaker tailgate chili is the recipe I used, and it was a big hit. So, best way to prep for nuclear booms, I think, bombs on a very tight budget. There's a good manual. It's the Russian Nuclear Survival Handbook. You can get the PDF. A lot of the stuff that's listed there, you don't even need to buy anything, really. Like let's say there was one of these things, which hopefully there's never is, like they talk about it's more about like the radiation type protection, where you want to have about 3 to 4 feet of dirt, which will help shield you from that. So a lot of like what they recommend in there is these underground bunkers that are dug in the backyard that have a layer of dirt, and they have different designs for that. I think if you're on a tight budget, that might not even cost anything. That's just dirt, and so as long as you have dirt, you could have it. If you're in an urban environment, being more like a train station or underground is the better way to go for that. I think also getting things like plastic wraps and duct tape and things like that for sealing off vents and windows could also work. But I think that check out the Nuclear Survival Handbook PDF. I think it's I forget how old it is, probably 30, 40 years now, but they have a lot of information in there. Most of it's fairly on the cheap side too. We got Grandma Prepper. Welcome, Grandma Prepper. Watch recommendations. Do you like the G-Shock series? I haven't been wearing a watch as recently lately. I have my nice watch that I'll wear on special occasions when I get dressed up, but lately I've been kind of liking having my wrists free, because I used to have the paracord bracelet, which I think it's kind of a dead giveaway that you're a prepper, and so I stopped wearing that one. And then with the watch, I was wearing a Fitbit at the time. I think the Apple Watch is kind of cool if you like that, but I don't like some of the tracking that goes on with it, so I don't wear one. I sometimes will wear a Fitbit, though, if we're doing some exercise. But I know a lot of preppers like the G-Shock series for sure. So, okay, let's see. Player one, is Black Scout Survival and Canadian Prepper insane? They seem to, I don't think either of them are insane. They're very, very smart, intelligent people, and they're giving their opinions, and they produce awesome videos and have a lot of subscribers that like listening to the information that they have. So I don't think that they're insane. I think that they're worried about stuff, and I think a lot of people are, and they're presenting their opinions on that, and I'm all for people presenting their opinions and free speech and all of that. So. But yeah, some of the stuff is definitely scary topics, that's for sure. So, Walter, hey, good to see you, Walter. Yeah. I love your organization videos. Can you do more? Yes, I think one of the last videos I did was the organization of my pantry, and it was like YouTube, like YouTube Studios said this topic was your subscribers did not like this topic, and consider doing something different. But I don't care. I'm going to keep doing those kind of videos. So it was a color coordination one for my pantry. YouTube told me it sucked, but I'm going to keep doing this one. So I do have more organization videos. I don't know if organization is cool anymore, but it's cool for me. So. Man, I'm so backlogged on the comments. Thanks for everyone that are joining in. Again, we're doing rapid fire Q&A for as long as I could go for. Again, I have a live stream coming up with Cascadia Dispatch for Prep Talk Live. There's a link in the description box. So after this one's over, we'll be jumping over to that one. Okay. Best way to store dry rice and beans. I use Mylar bags and I have them in 5 gallon buckets and with the oxygen absorbers. I do have some that are stored in 5 gallon buckets with the Gamma Seal lid for ones that are going to be coming into the rotation quicker. But I generally use the Mylar bags. So let's see. I'm gonna go fast on this one. I don't know if I could post this one, Ben, about well, yeah. I don't know if I'll go through that one. I'm gonna skip that one. Pass. So. Do you feel safe where you're at, or do you have a plan to move somewhere else? I think that it's good to. I feel pretty safe in the neighborhood that I'm at. There's different hotspots around. I think everywhere that you live. I probably wouldn't go to the Chaz area during an emergency of Seattle because it's not as safe. But I feel safe, but I think it's the less people, the better in most instances. So it'd be nice to have an offsite location. I don't currently have one yet. Can you do setting up Mylar bag? I do have a video of that. If you check out, I have a Mylar bag video from like last fall. So, this is from Rachel Rochelle. Are you planning on staying in Washington when things happen? It depends what happens. Yeah, I think that your bug out route should be like directional based. Like there might be some instances where you want to stay where you're at. There might be some instances where you want to go north. If there's a tsunami coming from the Pacific Ocean, I probably want to go east. So it all kind of depends on what the situation is. But I think it's good to have plans for multiple scenarios that could happen. This is a good question, John. What's your waste disposal in an urban environment? Again, I'm pretty backlogged on the comments. I think I'm probably 13 minutes behind, so I'll see if I can catch up. I think we'd be in a big pickle in an urban environment for waste. Even like if the garbage person didn't come after 2 pickups, like there'd be a bit humongous backlog. And I think we've seen that in urban environments. I'd probably do a better job of sorting waste and burning what you can burn and probably burying the rest of it. So I think this is a good topic that should probably, yes, they would pile up garbage outside of their homes. They would pile up in the street, it would overflow and things would stink. There'd be a rat problem. There would be disease problems probably. And like, I don't know if we're talking like human waste, that's a whole other thing as well. So that's one thing that I was just thinking about that. So that's a great comment. I think it'd probably be good to do more research on what's the best approach because I have ideas that I would do, but I don't know if it's the best. So. Are you Pony Girl? Good to see you, Pony Girl. Pony Girl always has awesome questions. Are you practicing with kids on emergency readiness? I have to kind of hide it into other family activities. Like we do Boy Scouts where there's a lot of them. The whole Boy Scouts motto is be prepared. So there's a lot that we can apply through that, which is fun to do. And then with my daughter, and we're going to be doing some different camping trips as well. But we need to do, I think we need to do some more mock drills, like if there's a fire and stuff like that. And we are working on some of those type of things and planning stuff. But work's also been pretty busy too. Good to see all the various folks that are just saying hi over there. I got Alicia over here, Granny Prepper. Good to see you. What would you store for emergencies in an office building desk? I have a video on that. It's called my building evacuation kit. That shows exactly what it is, and there is a PDF, and it's color coded. So, Gregorio, what do you think the likelihood of nukes being flying around are? I hope it's very small, but I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't trust a lot what's the media showing us right now. So it's hard to really tell right now. You kind of have to do your own research, but I hope that the likelihood is very, very small. What's the best solar system? Blue. Oh, sorry. I took that as a. Sorry, I took that like as a space thing. I'm like, well, within the Milky Way, what's the best solar system? That's a great question. But the Blue Yeti is good. Yeah. I have the energy solar charges and stuff. Do you think there's differences to prepping internet? I think yeah, totally. There's differences to prepping regionally, let alone internationally. So yeah, what I prep for in the United States is going to be completely different based off of the rules and regulations of another country. So yeah, totally. There's differences. You kind of have to know the area that you're in and what applies to it. What's this question? Anyone of USA stores for walk-in preps? I'm scared to order online with shortages. Depends what kind of prep you're looking for. If you're looking for food, I think that going to the restaurant supply stores is a really good spot because it's like for preppers because they have bulk items. Costco is also good, but I think you can get more types of beans, more types of rice, more types of oats and stuff at a restaurant supply stores like used to be called Cash and Carry, and it's Smart Food Service Warehouse, and I think they have a different name now. So let's see. Okay. Will you be retiring? I love watching you on your Discord. I have noticed crazy, but yeah. Thinking of retiring. No, I think you're salty. I think you're talking about retiring from YouTube. No, I don't. It's just me. It's a solo operation. We have Bernie behind the scenes here helping out, but all the research is me. The putting the films together is me. Recording it, put editing, all of that kind of stuff. It's kind of a one-person operation, but so it takes me a little longer to do videos. And I also work a full-time job in software engineering. Plus, I have a family. Plus, I have other extracurricular activities that I do. So I really only dedicate maybe 5 to 10% of my available bandwidth towards YouTube stuff. But I try to do the best I can because I feel like I have over time been pretty fortunate to build up so some subscribers, and I have an obligation to continue doing that. So I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. Whether that be for my day job, hopefully I can retire, but I have a ways to go. So I need more money. Let's see. Get out, talk to your neighbors. Yeah, I agree on that. Let's see. Good afternoon from the storm from the Olympic Peninsula. I'm going to be going out there, and actually in a couple weeks, maybe we should link up. So, what's this? At which point should I start putting my get home bag in my trunk? I think you should always have some kind of get home bag in your vehicle. With a firearm, that's a different discussion because I think firearms, if you're going to have so what did Prepper Princess call it? A boomstick. If you're going to have a boomstick, I think it should be on your person or it should be locked up. So, but I think everyone should have some kind of get home bag style thing in your vehicle. And a lot of people are breaking into vehicles. So one thing that I'm working on refining right now is having mine stored in an old 5-gallon paint jug that looks like it's being actively used. Oh my gosh. I just saw some super chats coming here, and I saw one full spectrum survival. You didn't have to do this. What's going on here? Thank you. Wait, I need to click it. I need to scroll down to get that one. But full spectrum survival, good to see you. We were just talking about your all caps as being the way of seeing comments, and that's too kind of you. I also see one from Prepped.net as well. Amazon or direct dealer. I feel like 90% of products at Amazon are just dollar. I buy most of my preps from Amazon, so because I have so many wish lists that I have for different things. So I have wish lists for bug out bags and for home preps and for vehicle preps and for you name it. I probably have a prepping wish list for it. So it's for me, it's an easy way of sorting, and I could build up stuff good that way. Let's see. The best way to get multiple SIM cards for multiple phones. I just go through my carrier and get multiple SIM cards, and it's all under the same plan. So each one of them costs me about $10 extra a month. So I don't want to name how many I have, but I have a fair amount of phones on me right now. They all have SIM cards, and they all have different purposes. I have a cryptocurrency phone that I use. I have one for personal. I have a couple different business ones. I have one for other things. So I just go through the same carrier. Ideally, I probably should have different plans too, but I haven't got that fancy yet. Do people prep differently in Canada versus US? I think they do. I think in Canada you're going to have colder climates. There's different access to things and like for example, in Canada you're probably getting, if you're silver stacking, you might get maple leaves versus American eagle. So yeah, everything's probably much different, but similar strategies I think could apply. Okay, here we go. Again, we're doing rapid fire over here for as long as I can. So, Cliff, do you have plans to finish your emergency bucket? Yeah. And your vehicle preparation, both of them are behind schedule. The bucket one, I just need to film it. It's done. I have my bucket. It's in the garage right now, and I'm going to be giving it away, I think, probably to my mom. But I just need to finish filming it, and the time's been hard on that one. The vehicle preparation one is, I've been refining that one, and I have some more coming out because I've broken up my vehicle into various tiers, and I think I just did the last one on the glove compartment and the passenger side door, which had certain items in there. One of them I actually just used about a week ago. I have stuff to save lost dogs because for whatever reason I have bad luck and just always seem to find lost dogs that are going to get hit by cars. And so I have a leash and certain treats in there, and I just saved a dog last week and called up the owner, and they were very scared that their dog was going to get hit by a car, and I was fortunate to be prepared for it. And I had the leash. I had a very high quality treat that the dog could not resist and was able to rescue it. And so the preps came in handy for that. So sometimes preps isn't all just for zombies and World War III. Sometimes it's just for saving lost dogs, and it feels good to be prepared for those kind of things. And the people that were around in that area that were trying to help, I think they were impressed that I had preps ready to go for lost dogs in the vehicle. So this is from Apex Prepper, who is VIP status. Do you belong to any other prepper groups outside of your... Not really. I mean, I have a great community here of people, friends and colleagues, and people that are experts in ham radio, like Ham Radio 2.0 and Full Spectrum Survival, who's an expert in many things preparedness wise. I feel like that this is kind of a prepping group. So, and I like meeting with people individually as well. This is another one, Lynn Scott. Yes, I was just talking about the organization. Yeah, I'm going to be doing more, even though YouTube told me last time I did one, YouTube told me that it's not popular. So, but I don't care. I like OCD and I like organization because it helps me out. Let's see. Anyone? Oh, this is a question for anyone. Anyone know the best way to keep humidity out of containers, product for storage in the garage? If you put it in Mylar bags, that's probably a good way of doing it. I think the Gamma Seal, it depends on how big it is for humidity. So the containers that I have, you could use like the Gamma Seal. It might help out a little bit with that. Do you have a mohawk under the cap? I know I have a rat tail though from the '80s that I keep around. So, but yeah, that's for my an exclusive video that behind the scenes. So let's see. Awesome that she does jujitsu. If you haven't already, when are you going to start? I feel like I need to start taking a little bit to understand what they're doing, but she doesn't listen to anything that I say. And my only skills are from wrestling my brothers, but we used to be big we still are WWF fans or WWE. And so I know my way around arm bars and stuff, but she doesn't listen to me, so we're having to do private lessons, but I think I probably should if I can find some more time. There's some more new questions here. Again, I'm pretty behind on things, about 15 minutes behind. Secure my house when a nuclear fallout happens. Again, I mentioned, there's a free PDF out there. I could probably find it, put a link after this video, that the nuclear survival skills one that talks about how to make your own bunkers if you really wanted to. And they could get kind of fancy, and it could be with all stuff that you probably already have in your home. Best supplements you rely on if you can't get real food. I think, let's see, I have all of them. I have, MREs, and I have Mountain House and number 10 cans. I think one of the better ones right now, that's a newer one, is Nutrient Survival. It's pretty good tasting. It's designed to be to have a lot of nutrient rich. So the milk has more nutrients than some of like the cheaper ones that you might get at Walmart. That's a good one. I don't really like any of like the survival pills, and I don't like the lifeboat survival. Like I've done a lot of survival food bars, and they're all gross and they all make you kind of sick. So I'd prefer to have like real stuff. So, and if you could freeze dry, that's good too. I see some Puerto Ricans in the house, Caribbean, arroz con gandules. Yeah, I like the mofongo is awesome, and pasteles. Yeah, we sometimes we make our own pasteles, but I have a Puerto Rican family that I buy mine from. So. Cliff, I have a serious question for you, but you have my number, and I'd be happy to talk about the serious one that you don't want to, that might be risque to do in public. So, okay, we talked about this one. We got to that one. We talked about the homeowners insurance thermonuclear. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. There's my mom over there. So I was just thanking my mom for my good genes, because someone was asking how I am so sexy, I think was the quote from Harry, and I thanked my mom for it, and she's appreciative of it. So if you have any questions for me or for my mom is currently in the chat room. So has what happened in Europe made you rethink anything in your evacuation bag? And what if you had to move from evacuation in a car to on foot? Yeah, not really. I mean, we're kind of, I did a video about like bug in, bug out, and there's a lot of different bug out type scenarios. And one of them was war. And we talked about that in detail. I think I'm trying to get my bags a little lighter, and trying to refine some of the items, but haven't really changed like the structure of things. So I think it's good I try not to be too reactionary about current events, and try to think the long term, keep with my long-term vision. So, and it looks people are saying hi to my mom. So, okay, there we go. Under pressure, saying hi to Tuff's mom. Apex Prepper is best way to preserve meat. Lately, I've been doing inspired by Under Pressure with Denise, but I've been doing a lot of meat preservation through pressure canning, and doing a lot of that. And I'm very thankful that I have, because the meat prices keep going up and up, and I think they're going to go up even more. So. I see the SIM card coming over again. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Wristwatch, we talked about that one. We talked about nuke stuff, canning videos. I have a whole canning video that I filmed with my sister-in-law, and I did it last year, and I still am editing it. So I need to finish that one because it was a good one. She has a special knife for certain things that she dices up, and she has one knife just for tomatoes, and it's her tomato-only knife, and that's a fun video. I just need to finalize the editing. I need like a staff or something. I need like an editing staff that I could film it and everything, and they could put it together for me because it's hard to balance everything. Do you have a one? I think with your kits, like you kind of want to have like I think if you're prepared for zombies, you're better prepared for flooding or for tornadoes. So I think it's kind of all in one for most of these kits. There's certain specialty items that might be included in there, like for fire, you're going to have different fire, maybe respirators or extinguishers and stuff like that. But I think a lot of them apply for all of them. So. Yeah, I'm behind on the Altoids kit. There was a couple items in there. Like I didn't want the Altoids kit to be like $300 or $200, and there's a couple items like from the Topeak ratchet that I'm having a heck of a time finding an equivalent item wholesale that would make it because I want the kit to be like $100, and that's my goal. And I thought it was pretty close to it, and there's been just a couple that are harder to get, so at a reasonable price for you. So hopefully I can figure it out. So. Are you prepared for volcanic ash? I have a video. It's called my containment room kit. It's kind of inspired by the Dexter kill room. I did a video on that a few years before the pandemic, and that one has a lot of like for sealing off your home and your windows and your vents with plastic wrap and with gaffer tape. So there's a video for that one. Are you going to change your ED? I was just thinking about this. Not because of what of Ukraine, and my EDC doesn't change that much. I was just looking at it. I'm like, this is the same EDC that I've been using for years now. I think if you change your EDC a lot, then you're not sticking with the plan. So or you're trying to sell. I don't want to just change my EDC for the sake of it, or to try to sell a new flashlight or a new pocket knife or something like that. I think sometimes you'll see there's a lot of videos where it's all brand new stuff, and they're just, this is my EDC. And I always, me personally, I don't want to just try to change it just for the sake of making a video or just for selling something or having an affiliate link. Like I've been pretty happy with my EDC setup. There's just minor changes to it. Full spectrum survival. What are you doing? You're giving there's the super chats. I'm still trying to catch up to that one. What's about your current EDC bag? It's the same one. I did a video on it. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's behind the gray wall. But it's a small. Why am I spacing on the name? I have a video on it. A Vertex commuter one that has some body armor, some cool things in there. This is me. What on earth about Canadian Prepper? Canadian Prepper he's blowing up, doing a lot of videos, and it's good that I think it's good for he definitely has concerns about stuff going on right now, and I think it's bringing in new audience members into the world of preparedness, and they eventually go down different rabbit holes. So they might come in through a video that a Canadian Prepper put on about some of the current events going on, and maybe it'll encourage someone to then go into, I really need to start pressure canning some food. Oh, now I'm going to find Sutton Stays, or I'm going to find Alaskan Prepper and learn about canning. And I think it's good for the community. So there's a couple big channels like that, like Full Spectrum Survival has big reach, City Prepping, and others. And they're bringing in new folks into the world of emergency preparedness, and hopefully they funnel down to some of the other smaller channels. So, but I know he's definitely worried, that's for sure. Man, I feel like I need to do more of these type of videos. To love sewing, love to. I finally got to your. Thank you so much, Brad. It's good to see you. And we got to do our another live stream because it's always fun to talk with you. And I think that we have kind of different styles of our videos, and I think combined it makes it's kind of yin yang type thing maybe. So let's get another one scheduled. I'll send you. I'll have my people talk to your people. So let's see, man. A lot of people in the chat, people saying, yeah, Full Spectrum Survival is here. Yeah, they're Full Spectrum Survival alert. Yeah, that's true. He's over there. Yes, on the organization. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing that, even though YouTube told me not to. So, yeah, right now I'm using mine with a Gamma Seal lid for my sugar. I'm not using the oxygen absorbers because I think that's what makes it into like the big brick. So that's what I've been doing lately. Do I have a way of transporting? So that's what I've been adding hitches to our vehicles because I'm trying to. I've started doing that for our bicycles, and then they have hitches for gas cans, and that's one of my next purchases. It's on one of my Amazon wish lists. So people saying hi to Full Spectrum. That's awesome over there. Mylar is excellent. Let's see. Full Spectrum Survival. Say hi to all the folks over here. Talk about the iodine. You take a. I have iodine for. I've been prepping iodine for the iostat pills is the ones that I have, and then I also have some backup ones too. I think we have to be careful, like when we're telling people to do those kind of things, because that's really for emergency situations only. I've had a few like preppers, like when Fukushima happened and other type of events, say, "Hey, take your iostat right now," and dude, don't say those kind of things unless it's like the real deal. They thought it was the real deal. It didn't end up being it, but that could have potentially been dangerous. But we have iostat, and I have multiple packets of it that are about years ago, and I try to refresh them to get current stocks because you never know. So it basically saturates your liver to help protect your body from any kind of radiation damage. So thank you for the super chats. This is awesome. What do you think the most likely SHTFs right now? I think I know a lot of people are concerned with World War III, but I think like inflation is the big one. Economic is the ones that I'm concerned about right now. Is vacuum sealing or Mylar bag storing better? I do Mylar bags. I don't vacuum seal, but as much. But we have a vacuum sealer. I just think I think preppers probably prefer Mylar bag storage with the oxygen absorbers. So I'm going to try to catch up as much as I can. I know I'm behind. I'm about almost 20 minutes now. They're talking about changing my EDC. No, I'm not going to change that. What is the ultimate prepper tech device? Oh man, that's good. Jeez, some of the stuff that Survival Tech Nord shows with like the ham radio stuff is really sweet. I would say look at whatever the coolest gadget that Survival Tech Nord has, Julian, because those are pretty awesome setups. So I'm glad that a lot of these questions are prepping related and not like personal type things. So updated, yeah, I need to what you've seen of my last Bob or my last EDC thing or all those things, they're either obsolete or they're no longer, they're like different now. It's just a matter of like finding the time to film stuff. So I don't care what YouTube says. I appreciate the banter. Thank you. I don't care what YouTube says. I make videos on all sorts of stuff that's probably not the best to do. It's probably bad for my analytics. It's bad for reach and everything. But I'm not doing it for to try to get views. Like I did a Terry Silver Karate Kid Cobra Kai video, and I knew that it was going to be unpopular, but I did it because I wanted to, and it was fun. And I try to keep that in mind because for me, like this YouTube stuff, it could really get exhausting. You can get burnout very easy. So if you're not having fun doing it, eventually you're going to get burnout. So yeah, I don't care what YouTube says on what's recommended. If they'd probably recommend me to start a gaming channel instead of doing prepping if they had their way. So I don't listen to them. So do you have family in Puerto Rico? A lot of my family has passed away that was in Puerto Rico. I'm sure I still have some distant relatives, but not a whole bunch. My brother's actually traveling to San Juan coming up, I think, this week. So but we don't have a lot of living ones. All my family came from Mayaguez. So. Let's see. Yeah, I've been doing the Leatherman juice for my whole time in prepping. That's all from Nut and Fancy. I have a few different ones. You can't get them anymore, so I have to get them from eBay when I see that they're available. How's beautiful Seattle? Seattle is beautiful. It's got, you see stuff in the news. There's we have we have our fair share of problems, that's for sure, and stuff's not as clean as what it used to be. But hopefully it gets better. It's kind of sad to see when that kind of stuff happens. I wish. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Oh man, I'm so behind. Yeah, we talked about that. Thank you for the super chat, Prep Net. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to be doing another live stream with Cascadia Dispatch for Prep Talk now. Prep Talk Live. I have a link in the description box of this video. So if you're interested in talking Full Spectrum, what are you doing? I keep seeing Full Spectrum super chats coming in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here for that, and we need to definitely have another talk. What are you going to do when 20 or more people attack your property? So I can't say exactly, but that's something I was definitely worried about during the summer of 2020. It was stuff that I prepared for, but there's some things with preparedness that I think are best not to put out there for the world to see. So the preps that I share are the stuff that I want to share, but I'd be happy to talk through secure communication if you wanted to talk more about that. So yeah, that's a pretty good answer, I think. You can't go, the plants will die. Okay. Okay. Love your family. Jeez. Full spectrum. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, Pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think you remember you talking about your church. What roles does faith play in your everyday and now? And yeah, I don't. I try to treat YouTube like a first date where you don't talk about religion and politics. But I think having faith is important. I grew up in a Christian family. We go to my my kids go to a Catholic private school right now. We're involved in the parish. I do the live streams over there, and I set up a whole pan tilt zoom camera system that's really fancy, and we're pretty involved in the community, our local parish. But I think that I don't know, the world would be kind of a sad place if you don't believe in something. If it's just all for nothing, then like what's the point? I think a lot of people get to that where they do bad things. Because there's no point to living but it I think faith, how do I say it's the thing that you fall back on, and when hard times come, like if you don't have faith in stuff in something, a higher power, you could probably start getting down and out about things. So that's I think that's big enough, so there we go. Cool. Apex, thank you so much. Yeah, I try to be real. When I grew up in a part of town where if you were fake, that was like the worst thing. I the when I grew up, it was kind of in like the 80s and 90s. There were some gangs and stuff like that, and but like things that were important to the community that I was raised in was like, are you soft? Are you fake? Or all these kind of things. And my mom, who's watching the live stream, taught me about sticks and stones and all those kind of things. But I try to be real. So I'd like to think, and hopefully I think that's the case, that the way that I talk here on YouTube or on other video channels is the same way that I would talk in person. And I try to one of the things my mom taught me was and she's watching, it was to treat everyone the same, whether they're the president of the company or they're the janitor of the company. You treat them the same. And so I try to, that's been one of the things I really took to heart and have tried to apply throughout my whole life and teach with my kids. So that's again, special thanks to my mom. She probably doesn't remember saying that, but she did. So. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on some of the chats. I'm going to have to pop off in a little bit because I'm going to be going over to another live stream over, again, link in the description box. It's over to the Cascadia Dispatch one, where Cascadia Dispatch and I talk about all things prepping for a non-prepping type audience. So there's a link in the description top box for Prop Talk Live. And that's on my other, I post those ones usually on my other channel, my B channel, which is called Got Preps, which is more some of the shorts, some of the comedy things, and some of the live streams as well, some special live streams. Cool. I should probably do more of these kind of rapid fire ones because it's fun just taking these Q&A type things. Full spectrum survival chat. Yeah, I think we're going to do one soon. I'll have my people talk to your people, full spectrum. My mom's. Yay. There. Is there any place left in your for survival bars? I've tested all the survival bars, all of them. None of them are that good. The best one is the tack bar, and I don't even think they make those anymore. So I try to rely on other things. Sell your cash as soon as possible. How do you sell your cash? Buy stuff with the cash? Yeah. Full spectrum, what are you doing? Full spectrum is trolling me with super chats, but I really appreciate it. I see another $5 one coming in. I saw $50, $11.98. What do you? Thank you. Come on the live stream, or I'm gonna have to get you back on this one. So thank you so much. That's awesome. What do you prefer for food storage longevity? Like for, I don't know, the stuff that lasts 20 to 30 years. So like the rice and the wheat. I think there should be more wheat grinder videos out there on YouTube. There's not enough. And wheat like lasts forever if you store it properly. And you use a lot of stuff with flour. Flour's not that good to prep. I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be rice or wheat. So in Mylar bags. We talked about the 20 people. I don't know if these are living people, zombies, or if they're just people from Chaz, or just bad guys. Who knows what, aliens? I don't know. Yeah, that's a common OCD joke. That's funny. Yeah, I'm definitely down with OCD. That's for sure. I'm gonna try to catch up again. I got just a couple more minutes left, and then I have to run. When can we expect more Brad? That's what I want to know. More Brad and Kelly video. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite ones. I like seeing what they do on their home. Because they're they're walking the walk. They're just not talking the talk. They live what they show, and they have so much knowledge, especially on like the homesteading front. And I learn all every time I watch one of those, especially those videos. I learn so much about preparedness and about vulnerabilities that I have in my own preparedness plans off of those videos. So those are some of my favorites for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I have a link to the Discord channel that's in the description box. I haven't been able to get there as often as what I used to, but I need to get up back there. And I know that Denise is heavily involved in there. They have a lot of different deep dive talks into various preparedness topics. So yeah, definitely check out that link, and I'm going to try to get there a little bit more. I just adore your mom's YouTube name. Yeah, that's funny. Ready to evacuate Washington State. I don't, maybe I'm not quite yet, but you always have to kind of be prepared for stuff like that. What was it? Full spectrum matching all super chats until I leave to support it. Thank you, man. It's kind of like a 401k plan where full spectrum survival matches super chats. So if someone leaves a $10 super chat, I guess full spectrum survival is kind of like my 401k plan for YouTube. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Prepping Penguin. And I heard you have a coin that's coming. I got to check my mailbox for that. So, it costs 600 per person to outfit. Probably if you're getting like mirror safety stuff, it's expensive. So, Tough Small, did Cliff organize his toys into colored boxes? No, I have messages from my teachers growing up, and I was incredibly unorganized, and I'm naturally unorganized, but just for prepping, I try to be really organized. I have a report card from one of my teachers from 6th grade named Mrs. Wiley, and she's complaining about my organization. I should probably do a video on it. So, let's see. I'm going to try to catch up. I only have a couple more minutes because I'm going to be hopping over to another live stream, and I'm going to need to drink a little water to get my voice back. So, yeah, please help someone. Help. Yeah, I need an editor, and I need a couple people for help. So if you would like to help me out with getting out more videos, because I have a lot that are done, they're just sitting there on the computer waiting to be edited. I could use your help. So because it's just me. This is Jesus was black. Jesus was black. It probably. Yeah, I mean, from where like according to the Bible, it's probably closer to black than what we see like in the images now. But yeah, probably. Let's see. No, I'm not planning on invading any countries. No, I don't have a plan for that. And my mom is taking chats, taking questions as well in the chat room. So if you have specific questions for my mom, make sure that you get to those ones. Let's see. A Parmesan shake for using. I'd have to try that. I don't know about that one. Full Spectrum, what are you doing? You're again. Full Spectrum is currently matching super chats. This is I don't know what to say. Although the only thing I can say is you got to get you back on the live stream, and this new benefits package of live streams is really nice. So thank you so much. I should probably put a top level detailed list of all the kits and the contents. I have a zip file that has every single PDF that I've ever made. They have a video. There's a video for that. You could search for that and find that. And I try to keep it updated every. I wish I could do it quarterly, but it's more like every 6 months or so. But yeah, I do have one that has all the PDFs that has most of the kits in there. So I'm gonna do probably maybe 1 to 2 more. Let me try to catch up to the bottom. Full Spectrum. What are you doing? Okay, appreciate all. Thank you. I feel bad that I'm not able to crank out those videos as fast as what I would like to. It's just I got to prioritize family first, work second, other things, your friends and family after that. And then YouTube is kind of at the bottom there. But okay, someone's talking. Shout out to Full Spectrum Survival. Yes, special thought on this live stream for Full Spectrum for the 401k matching program that he's been implementing on the super chats. It's pretty awesome. No Canadian prepper is not insane. He's worried about stuff, and he's has an audience, and he's trying to let them know on the concerns. And super smart dude. So and it's making awesome videos. Any updates on the Gia? We're gonna probably be doing another Gia. I have to. We're trying to get the body off of the chassis, and it's there's some screws that are completely stripped, and so we're having to fight with those a little bit. So Yeah, we're talking iodine stuff. Okay, I'm totally behind. I think I missed a lot of the chat room stuff. So if there's some questions that you left in the chat and I didn't get to it, please leave a comment in the comment section. I think Bernie's over here. Let me bring Bernie on to say hi because he's been uh, been manning stuff. I try to get to as many
Hey.
as I can, but I'm way behind. I'm like 15 minutes behind on the chat. So
Yeah, and I tried to send you a message earlier. It's like, dude, you only got like 15 minutes left, and you got like 30 minutes of
yeah,
questions.
I try.
So
I was trying to go fast, but it's I'm not that
yeah,
fast at this. So
yeah.
uh, any questions? Final word from the Apex Prepper.
No, there were some really good questions. I was also surprised on how many people decided to ask prepping questions versus personal questions.
Yeah.
So
I think one person in the chat room early on said, "How many licks does it take to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Roll Pop?" I thought that's what the questions were going to be, which I was worried about. And I did look it up.
yeah.
There's about between 200 to 450, I think, is what they say. But some people are able to do it in less than 10.
Wow, that's impressive. But
Uh,
yeah, no, it was good.
yeah, we should do
Lots of
this more
fun
often, where
questions.
we
Absolutely.
just kind of chat. I mean, I guess the next thing, because of the matching program that Full Spectrum Survival has implemented, we just need to bring them on again. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always fun to talk with Brad. And we're working on another Think Preparedness video, but it's hard to coordinate everyone. We got to go through the legal team and all of our coordinations, and I can't, to
Find out what you can say, what you can't say.
yeah, we got to get the wardrobe and makeup and all the stuff for those
Yeah.
ones. But we'll do
No
another one for
wardrobe
it.
malfunctions, please.
Yeah, you don't want to see that with me. So that's. But yeah, we'll get one scheduled. We do have an email thread going, and yeah, Brad knows. So yeah, yeah, it's Canadian Preppers agents. We got to talk with them and get all that
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah, it's
So there was a
city.
real quick question. Somebody did ask your other channel with Canadian Preppers, City Prepping, you and is it Full Spectrum? I can't remember who's.
Full Spectrum. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's the host. Yeah,
So what's the group, the channel with the four of you?
that's Think Preparedness. So
Think Preparedness.
I
So
should
there
I
you
should
go.
start putting that link there because it's a yeah, that's a fun one where we just it's someone called it the Doom Zoom, which I thought was hilarious. But we talk Doom and Zoom, and we have fun though too. So and it's cool to have
Yeah.
like because we all have different kind of perspectives. There's some that are similar, and I'm like the nerdy organization guy with the button ups, but that's my job. So, well, I'm gonna go over.
Yes.
I'm gonna go hop over to. I'm gonna be doing another live stream over at. So if you click the link
Hmm.
in the description box, it's Prep Talk Live, and that's going to be with Cascadia Dispatch, and we're going to talk about all sorts of other things prepping related, and some of them are for the non. For, go live stream with the foreheads. Yeah, yeah. We'll. That's the foreheads. So, but the dooms. I like the doom zoom. I want to. I think I need to buy the domain name for that or get a T-shirt. So
Well, I mean, yeah. How many sayings, unique sayings, have you come up with? Right? You
I
got
should
Doom
start practicing.
Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you guys start doing T-shirts. Remember, like milk chickens
yeah. Milk chickens.
and meat cats.
Yeah,
So I
we have
mean,
this.
that was casual preppers. That was
Yeah,
what that
there's
from that episode.
you have had all sorts of kind of spin-off phrases. So
Yeah.
I started probably put the cat full spectrum. What are you doing? Okay, we got to stop this this matching program that's going on. Okay, well, thanks everyone for the support. Thank you for Bernie for this, and I'm gonna go hop over to another live stream, and we're gonna talk more prepping stuff. So again, I
Absolutely.
appreciate all the support from people, and I have a new video coming out. It's another top 10 video, and I think hope people like it. I had fun making it. So and if anyone wants to help me edit videos, please send me your resume. No, just kidding. Send me an email because I can use some help. So. All right, folks. Thanks
All
everyone
right.
for support. Thank you, Full Spectrum Survival, for the 401k matching program that you've implemented,
Crazy.
and stay tuned for more emergency preparedness videos. Special thanks to Bernie for crowd control too. So, all
All
right,
right. See you
see
guys.
ya.